Welcome back to my channel. Obviously, by the title of this video, you already know that I am pregnant. It is true, you guys. I am pregnant with my second baby. There's so much to catch you up on, and that is what this video is going to be for. That's what we're gonna get into. Today I actually do have my OBGYN appointment. So I am gonna be taking you with me for that appointment that I have to actually leave for very soon. Also, I did cut my hair. So surprise number two. My husband actually cut my hair a couple of days ago. I was just over the length. I was not feeling inspired. It was just not it. So I asked him to chop it off. And it's a little bit rough around the edges, but I think I'm gonna go to the salon to, you know, do a little something. I don't know. I feel like right now it's just very much like chopped off, and I want a little bit more like character to it. But yeah, anyway, I'm pregnant. So much to catch you up on. And actually today it is November 21st. It is a Thursday, and I am 16 weeks pregnant, almost 17. So what that means is that I am 4 months pregnant as we speak. So yeah, like I said, a lot to catch you up on. I think right now my mind's just everywhere. I don't even know what to say. I just quickly wanted to hop on here, intro the video, talk to you guys a little bit before we head to my appointment, and then we will get into all the details later on. Guys, I am just getting here. My in-laws were actually supposed to take care of baby girl while I came on my appointment, but something happened and they weren't able to. So I brought her with me. And my husband actually just got here too, because I'm definitely gonna need help with her while I'm in my visit. But anyway, we're all here now, so I'm gonna get the stroller situated, get everything situated so we can head in. Hello, you guys. It is actually now several weeks later from when I started filming this video. Life has just been chaotic. It's also the holiday season, and I also have my symptoms of pregnancy of like just being tired. For example, today baby girl just went down for a nap. It's 4 p.m. I'm so tired. I honestly wish I can just take a nap right now as well, but I said, you know what? I need to film this video. I'm never gonna have time. I need to make time. So here we are. I thought we can just have a little chit chat because I kind of just left you hanging last time. I am actually now 19 weeks pregnant. It is December 10th. Let me give you a little belly update. This is how the belly is looking at this point. The bump is showing. I no longer look bloated. I actually look pregnant. So yeah, this video might be all over the place. Bear with me. I'm honestly just gonna spitball whatever comes to mind in terms of pregnancy. So first, let's start with, was this baby in our plans? Like, what's the deal? So yes, 100%. I knew, and my husband, we both knew that we wanted to have under two. And if you're not familiar with what that means, it basically means having 2 children that are under the age of 2. So we knew that we wanted to have our babies like back to back. As soon as obviously my body felt recovered and I felt good, we wanted to start trying and see what happens. However, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get pregnant right away. Once my first period came, I just didn't know like if my hormones were back in balance. I just didn't know because fertility is so complex and it's so different for everyone. And I also knew several people that struggled to get pregnant after their first child. So I had just heard a lot of those stories of, you know, like we wanted to also have 2 under 2 or like have a small gap between the 2 kids, but it just wasn't working for us. So just the people that were closest to me and the stories that I knew involved just a little bit more difficulty getting pregnant after having a baby, whether it was after your first or your second. The stories I heard were that. However, now after being pregnant, I have actually heard the opposite. I have heard that it's actually easier to get pregnant after you've been pregnant one time. And you know, ultimately it comes down to every woman is different, every situation is different, because obviously there cannot be a blanket statement for every situation. So I understand that. However, I do think it's just interesting to hear the stories of women, like whether it was easy for them to get pregnant afterwards or not. And of course, you're gonna have all kinds of situations. So yeah, once we started trying, it literally happened like right away. Which is pretty much how we got pregnant with our baby, like our first baby as well. So that is such a blessing. I know that obviously this is not the case for everyone, and I do not take this for granted at all. I obviously felt really blessed and grateful. I just was very happy that this was our situation, because I know that it's not that straightforward. Like I said, fertility is so complex, and I have people in my life that are struggling with it or have struggled with fertility. And you know, just because you have one child, like for me, I had my first child, that didn't mean that the ones to come were going to be as straightforward as my first one was. And the way that we found out was that one day we were going to go to a pool party at a family's house, and something in me, like intuition I guess, told me, just maybe take a test. Take a test before you go, because you know there's gonna be alcohol there. You know you're gonna want a little cocktail, so let's make sure that you can actually drink, or you should be drinking. I took a test, like just not really expecting anything of it, and that's why I didn't even include my husband. When I took the test, it was just like a quick test while he was getting baby girl ready to head out. And you guys, I'm in the restroom by myself, still a little bit nervous before I check, because you're always going to be nervous a little bit before you check. And there I see the lines. There I see the lines indicating that I was pregnant. In that moment, I still remember so clearly. Like obviously initially it was just shock. What the heck? I should have taken this with my husband. But also so many thoughts. Obviously I felt a little bit of fear, because now it's real. Now I'm going to have 202. That kind of hit me, and then I started picturing baby girl and the future baby playing and growing up together. Literally, I saw so many years in the future in my mind. In that instant, it just was going and going, and I just was so overjoyed, you guys. I can't even explain it, because I love our baby girl so much right now, and like to picture two of my children, how much more love I can be capable of, like it was just overwhelming. So then I'm just like, crap, I need to tell my husband. So in that moment, I'm just debating, should I surprise him? Should I just tell him now? I cannot keep things from my husband, like not this big. I had to tell him immediately. You know, I came to the kitchen when he was done changing baby girl. I was acting so weird. I don't even remember what I told him, but I ended up showing him the pregnancy test, and he just gets so emotional. We're hugging, we're crying. Baby girl was like, what the heck is going on? At that point, I was very early on, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. You know what gave it away for me? I was starting to get nauseous when I drank water in the morning. Specifically, when I drank water in the morning on an empty stomach. That happened to me with baby girl, that I would get nauseous when I did that. And another thing, you guys, I had coffee, and that made me really nauseous as well. And this is what happened with my first pregnancy. So that was a big indicator. I was like, there's no way. Like coffee does not make me nauseous unless I'm pregnant. Now I want to talk about this pregnancy. Like, how is it different from my first? And let me tell you guys, it has been so different night and day. First pregnancy with baby girl, I was cruising. I had such an easy pregnancy. Now looking back, of course, I was tired first trimester and all of the normal things, but I hardly ever got nauseous. I think I can count on my hand the times that I did get nauseous. Now, you guys, with this pregnancy, my first trimester, I was out of commission, which is why I didn't really post a lot. My schedule with posting kind of fell off after a while. I just could not, for the life of me, gather the energy to do anything. And I didn't even try to. I was like, okay, after my first pregnancy, I remembered how tired I was. And this time I just leaned into that. I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna have expectations. No, like I just slept so much, so tired, so tired. The nausea, I kid you not, you guys, from finding out around week 4 until the beginning of my second trimester, I was nauseous or sick in some shape or form every single day. Again, this is probably normal for so many women, but I was not expecting that. I was like, yeah, my first pregnancy was easy. Hopefully whenever I get pregnant again, it'll be easy. No, this baby, completely different from baby girl. I had so much back pain. I had no appetite because I was just afraid to eat. I was so afraid to eat anything. With baby girl, I remember just having more of an appetite, but now I'm starting to get my appetite. In the second trimester, I'm eating. I am putting on the pounds. I was using an app to track like my symptoms. Let me see what else I was logging in there. There's like an entry for like every single day. Okay, so I have nausea, vomiting. I also felt like random like shoulder pain a lot. Oh, dizzy. I would get so dizzy. Oh, I also like, I don't know if this is TMI, but I would get a lot of pain in my booty, which happened with baby girl toward the end. But with this little person in my tummy, it happened literally right away. Oh, and the dizziness actually got really bad that I would sweat a lot and I almost fainted a couple times. Cramping, I remember experiencing a lot of stomach area cramping and I was kind of concerned. I talked to my OB, everything was fine, but it was like happening every day. Headaches, migraines and headaches, those were happening. They still sometimes happen. Actually, I think my last video involved me having a migraine. Ooh, I also had, in addition to my shoulder pain, I started getting a lot of neck pain, like so much soreness in my neck area. And I think that's what would lead to my migraines, because that's usually how it goes for me. Extreme fatigue, you guys. Would nap for a whole hour, wake up still tired. I would take multiple naps, still tired. It was really hard to function as a woman that currently also has another baby. It was not for the weak. And I don't know, it was interesting because a lot of my symptoms for this pregnancy were in the evening or at night, which, you know, usually we associate pregnancy symptoms of morning sickness like with the morning, but obviously that's not the case. However, for my first pregnancy, my symptoms typically, if they did happen, it was in the morning. But with this baby, they were all over the place, but mainly in the evenings. Oh my God, I'm looking back at all my notes. I have one that says gagging at food. Like, you guys, I had no appetite. I was just nauseous all the time. I think that encapsulates everything. So again, a lot of bloating, a lot of nausea, vomiting, back pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, extreme fatigue. It was not fun, you guys. I felt hungover all day, every day for months. So this time, you guys, I had to connect so much more with gratitude because I didn't want to feel like, even now as I'm saying this, like I don't want to come off as I'm complaining and like I'm not grateful to be pregnant, because I know a lot of people do struggle with this. However, I'm just being real. What helped me a lot was just being grateful and reminding myself like this is such a blessing. Baby is giving you a hard time right now, but you have a baby in your belly. I just needed to connect with that, and that got me through most days, like just telling God, thank you God, like, I'm not being ungrateful. I really am so happy. This is such a blessing and I want this baby so much. There's like so many more things I want to catch you up on, but I think it'd be more fun to separate it into my different videos so that it's not just one massive sit down video, because it's really hard for me to like sit down and talk. I will say that my husband has gotten me through this season of me just being sick every day. I don't know what I would do without him. The days that I just could not, he was there, he would show up. He just holds it down. Obviously, he would be away at work most of the day, so I had to like survive for those hours, but his parents would come help me, come feed me. When he was home, he was just all there. I don't want to end the video here because I'm sure there's like a lot of things that I missed that I want to kind of briefly touch on. So maybe I'll insert like another clip on another day to close my thoughts on this. Hello, you guys. It is now the next day and I just put baby girl down for a nap. It is about to be 3:30 p.m. so it's about that time that I need a little snack. One of my go-tos right now has been yogurt with granola, and I am loving this maple pecan granola from Trader Joe's. Also, I put a wind filter on my mic because I was playing back the clips from yesterday and the audio was really harsh, but yeah, sorry about that. My apologies. Hopefully it's better now. And the yogurts that we have been buying are from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna have this honey one, and my house is a literal chaotic mess right now, so we're just going to ignore that. Typically with this nap time that baby girl goes down for, I take the time to tidy up a little bit, wash dishes, like all the stuff. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna catch up. I did go ahead and play back some of what I said yesterday, and I identified like some things that I do want to just include in this video and some things that I want to mention. I made a little list on my notes app on my phone, so that's what we're gonna go over right now. So while I make my little concoction over here, by concoction I literally just mean I'm gonna add granola into my yogurt. Let me go ahead and go through these notes on my phone here. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is what prenatals am I taking. So this time around I'm actually taking the Ritual prenatal multivitamin. So I've heard a lot of good things about Ritual. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just kept seeing it everywhere, and what I liked about it is that it has, from what I can tell, like good ingredients, and it also had everything that I needed. It included DHA, so I wouldn't have to buy that supplement separately. With this one, what I like is that the outer layer is coated with a flavor. So for example, this one is citrus flavored. I think there's a peppermint option. I don't know if there's more. There probably is, but the only one that I've had is the one that's coated with citrus flavor. And so it's been a good experience to consume this. So far, no complaints. So I did want to start off there just in case you're curious, because I'm always curious as to what people are taking. Something else that I wanted to address is what is different this time around. I mentioned that in terms of pregnancy symptoms, but I wanted to talk more about emotionally and my mentality, my perspective on pregnancy, on life, on motherhood this time around. One of the big things is that I am unbothered by whether people show up for me or not. So let me explain. I know a lot of moms go through this. I've also seen like Reddit forums or just different conversations online that mothers are having. I've seen this topic come up, and that is the topic of once you are pregnant, a lot of people that you thought would be present for you during your pregnancy are not present at all. This, you guys, for sure happened to me with baby girl. I remember there were like certain friends or family members that I thought for sure would like check in. And like, let me back up and say, I am a very low maintenance person when it comes to relationships. I am not clingy. I am not needy. I don't require a lot of attention. I don't require a lot of text messages, visits, etc. None of it. Like for me, if you send me one message every month, every 2 months, maybe even every 3 months, like every quarter of the year, that's enough for me, because I understand that people are busy. Whether you have kids or don't have kids, it doesn't matter. Like life is just busy. People have their thing going on. I get it. So I've never been one to expect so much, especially because I've never been able to give that much, because I too am busy. So I just wanted to say that, like, I don't want to come off as someone that needs so much and wasn't getting any of it. No, I literally need so little. And yeah, like I had friends, family members that were MIA, nowhere to be found. And I remember that really affected me the first time around. I really was sad about it. However, I truly feel it's almost important and crucial to go through that during pregnancy, because it prepares you for what's to come. Motherhood is a very, from my experience, isolated journey, especially if you are like the first in your friend group to have a baby, or if people in your friend group or your family have had children but a long time ago. So like there's no one sharing a similar life phase with you. What I've realized is that as time went on, I got used to that isolation, and I no longer saw it as like a negative thing. I no longer felt lonely. I'm pretty sure it's multifaceted. Like it's probably because I grew stronger in my faith. So I never feel alone, because I'm never alone. Like truly, I always have God with me. So that is like a big thing mentally and perspective wise. Like you just never really feel alone. And so I think it's important for us to go through those things, because now that I'm pregnant again, like I have zero expectations at all out of people. If people show up for me, I am 100% grateful. I am so grateful. But if someone that I maybe thought would be in the picture, would be checking in more, isn't, I don't care. I don't have time to care. Like, I'm just so preoccupied with baby girl, with everything in my life, and with the pregnancy. Like, there are just so many things occupying my mind. In addition to, my perspective has just shifted. Like, I'm used to this new way of life now. Another thing that is very different this time around is that I'm just less afraid. I have less questions because obviously I just went through this. I was just pregnant not too long ago. I've been here before. And I remember with my first pregnancy, I remember I had so much fear around my pregnancy. I had this constant thought that was so negative, but if I'm honest with you, I'm like, oh my God, what if I lose this pregnancy? What if I lose my baby? There was just always that fear that was consuming me. Now, I don't have that fear. I don't have that fear. And like I said, I 100% owe that to me just trusting God more, because my thinking now is whatever happens in my life is God's will, and He will help me get out of any circumstance. Just having that mindset has really helped me lose the fear, because I lose the sense of having to be in control, because realistically I'm not in control. I've never been in control. I've just now accepted that to a deeper degree. I think baby girl's waking up. She's still just laying there. Maybe she'll go back to sleep. I'm watching her. I'm gonna hope she goes back to sleep because she is tired. But yeah, you guys, that's just a couple of things that were on my mind that I wanted to kind of share before ending this video. I would sit and chat for longer, but baby girl's waking up. There's a lot to do around the house still. It's almost 4 o'clock now. So I'm gonna end it here. I definitely, like I said previously, will be obviously sharing more about this pregnancy in the videos to come, more pregnancy updates, all of the things. I'm gonna try to go see if I can rescue the nap. So we're gonna cut it short here, but thank you so much for watching this video. I am so excited for this new chapter. I cannot wait to share more, you guys. I seriously cannot wait to share more in the videos to come. With that being said, like this video, make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Okay.